Well, I'm a photographer. I'm working with Stocksy. It's a stock agency which basically has allowed us to live this kind of lifestyle. Without Stocksy it wouldn't have been possible actually. Nothing you get rich of, but you know, at the end of the month it's like, yeah, we made it. So after the next month.
So we don't need much, we live simple, so it's definitely enough. Hi, I'm Maria.
Hi, I'm Lennox.
Hi, I'm Leander, and this is our truck Aquila, and we are driving around the world since 5 years already.
This video is sponsored by Drink Element, a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing you don't.
I use Element, and so do many US Olympians, NFL, NBA, and NHL athletes, and many everyday people who are looking to optimize their health. And Element is offering you a free sample pack. All you have to do is pay for shipping, and you can try it out and see how it feels. And if you don't like it, then you can just give the rest of it away to your friends, and they'll give you your money back, no questions asked. So it's totally risk-free. So go to drinklmnt.com/Florb and get your free sample pack today.
And remember to subscribe.
I mean, like, we've traveled quite a lot before, but only with our backpacks. So we had basically no, like, vehicle camping experience before. New Zealand was always one of our absolute goals. But flying to New Zealand, the 3 people, renting a camper van for a couple of months, it seemed to be way too expensive just for a holiday.
Then you start rethinking how you want to drive, you know? You don't want to go on the highway around the world, so we thought we need a vehicle with clearance, so...
And we need 4-wheel drive.
Right.
And all of a sudden you're just like out of the capability of normal vehicles or buses, and...
It was because of Lennox as well, you know? We knew he will grow, so he needs space, he needs being separated from his parents, you know. So these were all the reasons for choosing a truck. The owner was an old German guy living in Spain, and he traveled to Africa with this one.
It was already like a converted camper kind of thing, but with the original cabin. And we thought, like, we can use the solar panels and the fridges and the water tanks and all these kind of things to save some money.
When we opened the door, everything was dying inside, so we decided throwing everything out. And
so we had to start from scratch anyway. It took us about 2 years full-time to fully rebuild the whole truck. We built the cabin by ourselves. The whole interior, you know, everything was like made by ourselves.
The rough plan was going to New Zealand, and it turned out that we circumnavigated the world the last couple of years.
That's our Mercedes-Benz 911, built in 1977. So basically more than 45 years old now, with an amazing 130 horsepower, which makes driving super slow. One of the major reasons why we bought this truck was actually the face of the truck. When you enter a country with this kind of truck, it just puts a smile on people's face, and totally different experience when you talk to people and how you approach people. It's just like, you know, the truck is just a friendly looking truck. So that's our snorkel, or actually our pre-filter for the air filter or for the air intake inside, which we added like a couple of months ago. Cabin was made out of like a steel cage, like a steel structure, and covered with aluminum and insulated. Under the tarp there's just like the fuel tanks. They're just like covered. Our super old ladder, which was super cheap, and we've welded it already I think 100 times, but it's still lasts. This kind of truck comes with dualies. We just like made bigger rims on it. And now we have 315 ADR 22.5 Nokian tires on it. On the back we got a rear rack for our 2 spare tires and for our Honda XL 185S built in 1981. We just use it for the 3 of us to go shopping and running some errands. We are trying to keep our setup as simple as possible. We have a backup for every technological part, but when it comes to the awning or the ladder or the winch in the back, everything is manual. Every single electronic part you have is just like a part of failure. When it comes to the rear rack would be able actually to completely flip off to the left side, so you would have access to the back door, which we can access from the inside as well. It's way more handy. We have the sand ladders now on the roof before we've stored it underneath the truck, which is kind of stupid if you get stuck somewhere in the desert or whatever. So you have to dig out the sand ladders first before you dig out the truck. So anyway, we decided to leave them now on the roof. All of our electricity is running on these 2 solar panels basically. And they're 250 watts each, so 500 watts in total. From the solar panels, it goes to the cabin down to our battery bank, which consists of 6 75 amp hour Optima yellow top batteries. So it's spiral AGM. Total is 425 amp hours. And we have a 3.5 kilowatt domestic inverter, which is pretty good actually. When we started almost 6 years ago, we used the original windows, which was single glass windows, but it was such a pain in the ass, especially when you're driving in winter. And in cold areas, everything starts condensating, everything starts freezing, you can't open the windows anymore. So we swapped our original windows to the Dometic windows, and it worked like perfectly fine. We just added a few switches for the fuel tanks, so we can like swap them while driving, which is pretty handy. Besides that, there's not much major modifications, except like we have like a Dometic rear view camera, we have tire pressure monitoring system, the original seats or the original bench in here, and put some mechanical feathered seats in here. And the third one for Lennox, it's just like an emergency seat kind of way, but you can like flip it over and then you have like the crawl through and you just get in the back, and that's pretty much it.
I like it that every day is not the same as the last day. I would miss so much of the world if I would just go to school and go to work every day. I think it helps me very much that I'm on the road and my mom teaches me and my dad teaches me.
It's pretty simple to tell someone that our planet is a living system and we are just a part of it. Well, you can learn that, but if you don't feel it, if you don't experience it, you don't really get the meaning, you know? It is amazing in a way, yeah, but, you know, there's always a flip side of a coin.
Sometimes I really miss kids and friends. I do have a brother, but he's 24 years old. Doesn't help me much, only when I'm in Austria.
People think we're on an unlimited holiday trip. And to be really honest, I don't blame them, because like before we started, we would have probably thought in the same way.
I would still prefer this life. I don't want to be one of my friends who has to go to school every day and misses so much of the world. I would not like to be like him. Okay, well, now let's have a look inside. So as you can see here, we have a bug screen that's been really handy in Canada with all the bugs and mosquitoes. Wood stove, that has also been really handy in Russia by minus 30 degrees. We do have a normal diesel heater, but it fell out, and this wood stove saved our lives. So right here, this is like our living room and also our dining room. We eat and drink here, me and my mom. Sometimes do schoolwork here. This bed where my mom and dad sleep is a queen size, and it also has some storage for their stuff and clothes. And we also have a window where you can climb up to the roof. This is like the heater. You can control the heat and how you turn it on. This is how much energy we have. And right here, you can see how much water we have right now. And right now, it's pretty much on 1/4. We have about 300 liters, but we didn't build it in properly. So right now we can only use 200 liters, which lasts about 10 days without a shower. Right here, it's just trash and some kitchen stuff. We have like a pump that pumps the water out of the tanks. This is the Dometic fridge with the 12-volt electricity. And this is the Dometic oven that runs on 2 11 kilograms gas bottles. So right here, this is like my mom and my dad's, I don't know, clothing cabinet. And sometimes we store sweets in here. Right here, this is like where we keep like all mixed up stuff. This is sweet section. We have dates, we have maple syrup. And right over there, the red switch, if you can see it, that's how you turn on the gas. So right here, it's like the garage where my dad keeps all of his working gear. Right here we have the Dometic chairs. And over there, there's 2 gas bottles that has the oven to heat. This is the shower, and we don't use it often, and actually we keep the whole room just as a storage room. Right here we have a Akela.world separation toilet. When I was little, like very, very little, I couldn't come up to the bed all by myself, so my dad put a tree into the truck so I could like climb up there. So this is how I usually get up, with the tree. And right here, this is my section. I have some books, and most of these stuffed animals I have seen in real life. Most of these I've seen an orangutan in Indonesia. I've seen a grizzly bear in the USA, the United States. And this one is very special. It's just as old as me, that's why he also looks like it. Sometimes I put him in my backpack when we go up, hike up a good mountain, and then my dad just makes some pictures from me and him. This is like the best part in my whole section, I think. Because this is like, I have so much Legos in here, but that's not even the best from the Legos, because right in here, I have a ship from the Guardians of the Galaxy with like Star-Lord in it. That's probably all of it that you can see in my room.
The good thing about the truck is actually as well that it really slowed us down. Like friends, they just don't understand how it's possible to slow down because they are in the rat race. Everything on a fast pace, they have to produce, they have to do all these kind of things. I mean, like we have to take the time, and I think the whole trip changed us.
So let me tell you about how you're probably dehydrated. You and I were made out of 60% water, and that water needs electrolytes in order to function properly. And if you don't have enough electrolytes, then you can be experiencing things like headaches, tiredness, weakness, cramping, and hunger.
I use Element, and so do many US Olympians, NFL, NBA, and NHL athletes, and many everyday people who are looking to optimize their health. And Element is offering you a free sample pack. All you have to do is pay for shipping, and you can try it out and see how it feels. And if you don't like it, then you can just give the rest of it away to your friends, and they'll give you your money back, no questions asked. So it's totally risk-free. So go to drinklmnt.com/Florb and get your free sample pack today. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, and remember to stay salty.